a lot about how Pioneer is pretty much completely dominated by two separate archetypes at the moment. So how do you attack this format? I mean, the obvious choice immediately is playing one of those two archetypes, but what if we could attack it in a different way? I'm Ryan, and today we're going to talk about how to beat the Pioneer metagame, how to beat the top two decks that are absolutely dominating. And those top two decks, the two most popular decks in Pioneer, are the Rakdos, I guess Demons, Rakdos Midrange, whatever you want to call it, and the Gruul Aggro deck. And these are like general theories, but also some actual solutions. First off, like, both of these decks are good because they're incredibly consistent, right? You probably need a reason to not play these two decks. Like, that's a little disclaimer right there. I'm not going to teach you how to just like what the next big deck is. I'm going to talk about how to beat those two decks. First off, the Rakdos deck, this Rakdos midrange deck, as with most black midrange decks, are very weak to decks that are doing more powerful things than them. They are attempting to one-for-one their opponent. They're attempting to play decent creatures that do a little bit more, than one-for-oneing, and win the game off of grinding. However, decks that can get more value per card out of their cards than the Rakdos deck are a really bad matchup for Rakdos. So, for example, Enigmatic Incarnation, famously a really bad matchup for Rakdos. Now, of course, Rakdos can tear apart their hand, and that's all very, very bad. But as a rule, Enigmatic Incarnation just needs to sneak a few cards onto the battlefield and then can really capitalize on it, can play something like Yorion or play, these crazy big enter the battlefield effect creatures and kind of outvalue Rakdos. Rakdos can really easily get buried in that card advantage. Another decent example of this are one-card combos like Quintorius combo. Most of the deck are things that can bury them in card advantage, and really all they need to do is hit a Quintorius Con and then they win. And so while Rakdos can tear apart their hand and apply pressure, a lot of the removal spells do nothing. Quintorius can kind of like stop that pressure reasonably easy, and then they can just play Quintorius. Again, figure out archetypes that are looking to just bury Rakdos midrange in that card advantage with individual cards that can extract more value from the game. Now, as far as the Gruul Prowess deck, this is effectively a mono red deck, so things that would normally be good against mono red are good against this Gruul deck. And that is things with a lot of answers and decks that gain a lot of life. Things that pop into my head immediately are like the Blue Eye Control deck, which is becoming more and more popular in Pioneer, or things that can answer their combo and then kill very quickly, like Is It Phoenix? So just to review, the Rakdos deck, each card needs to be more powerful and extract more value from the game to beat the Rakdos decks. And against the Gruul deck, you really need to be playing either archetypes that have a lot of answers or archetypes that can answer and then kill very quickly. And that's how I think you should attack Pioneer, or just play one of these decks. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on social medias. Links are above me and in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.